Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Friedemann.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings. And today we are continuing our journey through our top 50 games of all time. And we are nearing the top. It's exciting, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Really good
are
games.
you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so ready. Today it's number 20 to 11. That means there's going to be some really great games here. Some of the games that we like the most in the whole wide world. So, are you ready to start?
Yeah.
I think you should just start. You probably have remembered your first game, haven't you?
Because I actually haven't.
You haven't? Okay, you have to check your number 20. And your number 20 is something like...
Age of Steam.
It's Age of Steam. That's cool.
Yeah, this is a, what do you call it, train game?
It's a train game, yeah.
By Martin Wallace, and it's one of the few pick up and deliver games we have, because it's a pick up and deliver game, right?
Yes, yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you're not picking up so much, you're not like
most delivering, yeah.
Yes, but it is pick up and deliver kind of rail building game.
Yeah, this is a tough one. It's, this could be a really punishing game. It's hard, and what you're trying to do is build your tracks on the map and moving different colored cubes to corresponding cities. Yeah, that's all it is to it, isn't it?
No, it's not all there is to the game, but it's basically what you want to do in the game.
Yeah.
But basically it's an economic game where you want to try to get more income the money you use. You have to take out loans, and you have to do that in the beginning of the round to know how much money you need. You have to upgrade your engine to be able to move the cubes farther to get more points and more money, more income. And there's so much stuff going on in this game, and it's a really, really good game. It is absolutely fantastic.
If you don't go go broke or something.
But it can still be fun. But that can happen. You can pretty much get lost in the game or get dropped out of the game. It only happened like a couple of times. We played with a couple of players who didn't think about what they were doing, and it happened. There's lots of maps. We haven't played many maps.
That's really nice.
You didn't play the moon, did you?
No, I didn't.
No. I played the moon once on the Alban VR map. It's really strange. It was kind of hard to get into it. I felt like I was not good enough of a player to really understand the map. But there are some really nice maps in the base game, and we also played a 2-player map, which is kind of fun. So there's so much variety in this game, which is one of the reasons I like it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like just a system. A gaming system, these are the base rules, and then when people make new maps, they make kind of tweaks to the rules, which
that's true.
Changes up the
game. And I really like that. I haven't tried so many of the different maps, but I think that is one of the best things about this game, that it changes a lot depending on what game, maps and rules you're playing with. Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's your number 20?
Yeah.
Age of Steam. My number 20 is Princess of Florence. This is older game which I bought last year, I think, because I heard so much great stuff about this game. I just had to have it. And then basically I think there was a reprint. I am not completely sure, but I do think there was a reprint.
I think you're right about that, because I remember I heard something about a reprint.
But I was just walking into a store at the GotCon in Sweden, and it was they're really cheap, and I just had to buy it, and it's a fantastic game. It's tiling. It's kind of I love this a puzzle game, so you try to puzzle out your different buildings to get them to work together and stuff like that. And it's an auction game. This is a game that's really best with 4 to 5 players. It's basically about I think you're a prince in Florence or something, because the game is called Princess of Florence, and you are having a backyard where you try to have different. But it
sounds really shady.
It is your backyard where you're building buildings, universities. You have a big backyard, libraries, museums, stuff like that. And you're gonna try to get different kind of artists who come and want to live in your backyard to do their work, and then you will get points for them doing that. So it's kind of like a set collection game where you want to try to get different sets, like this kind of religion, this different features. You want to try to have a building, these kind of different things that these artists need.
Yeah.
And you try to make it so that you can get the most different artists, and you have to get them on your hand. It's a really, really fun game.
And it's really interesting because it's some timing in the game where you am I gonna fulfill this guy's needs now, or am I gonna wait to the next turn? Because next turn I think I will fulfill him. That's not the thing to say, but
yeah, it makes sense. Absolutely. So that's my number 20, Princess of Florence.
Yeah, and I really like that game a lot too. It's funny you should mention that because my 19th game on the list is Princess of Florence.
So your number 19 is Princess of Florence. Yeah. That's almost a crossover dance, but not completely.
No, almost.
It's kind of like this. Almost like beginning the crossover dance. So your number 19 is Princess of Florence.
Yeah.
That means that I'm going to go to my number 19, right?
Yeah.
My number 19 is a game that you already had on your list. I'm pretty sure it was like 20 or something.
Yeah.
No, 21. Of course, not 20 because that was now. Which is Trajan.
That's my 21.
That's your 21 by Stefan Fell. That means you can go to the end of the last video to hear more about the game. It's a great game, like the crunchiest, meatiest Stefan Fell game that I really, really like, and it's my number 19.
That's really close too.
It is. We are starting to get into the territory where I think we're going to have more crossovers and more almost crossovers, because we do, even though we have different tastes in gaming, we do like a lot of the same games.
Yeah, and when we're living together and playing together, we have to
kind of get it would be harder for us to play that many games if I hated the games you liked and you liked the game I hated.
That would be horrible.
So that's my number 19, Trajan, and your number 18 is?
My number 18 is Power Grid.
Power Grid.
This is a really good game by Friedemann and Friese. It's about auctioning for what do we call
Power plants.
Power plants.
Yes.
I always forget that word.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like really hard to remember it. If you watch other videos where we speak about Power Grid, we can't remember power plants.
But you're auctioning to get the best power plants for you, and then you're buying resources in a really like what do you call it, moving, living,
yeah, like the
changing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a demand. And the other word
demand
I don't remember
on
now.
supply.
Supply and demand. Yeah.
Market where you buy resources to fire up your power plants to distribute energy to your houses that you're building on a map. And everything costs a lot of money, so you have to manage your money really well. It's nice to have some. You don't have to be a master in mathematics, but it's a good thing to know your. Yeah.
I don't think you would like this game if you hate math.
Yeah, I don't think so too.
But it's simple math, but there's a lot of small numbers. Like you have to be like, okay, I have 180, and I'm gonna use, okay, I can spend at most 42 on the auction because I need to have the possibility to spend 64 there, and I can buy 4 cities. And so it's a lot of players like we play with, they use calculators just to do it easier because the game just gonna go faster. It's a really good game. It's better with the higher player count.
Yeah.
I think it's best like at 5 or 6. It's a game that goes up till 6. I know that a lot of people hate it at 6 because it's long.
Yeah, it's a long, heavy game.
It's a 3-hour game. It's not really that heavy though. It's kind of like the rules are really simple. We played this with our friend's girlfriend, who basically hadn't played just a couple of games with him, and we thought like Power Grid we can play that. It's not too hard, and she really liked it because the rules are really simple, and each turn is just like you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. So it's a really simple game.
Yeah, the rules in itself it's simple, but what to like
how to play well.
Yeah, how to play well in the auction. Which power plants you should go for to see. Okay, do I go for a coal power plant even though there's not many coal thingies in the market?
Yeah.
Wow. And balance between how much power can I distribute and how many houses do I have on the map. I think that could be a little tough to manage, but nothing too complicated. It's good, and it makes it really interesting.
And you are really good at this game.
Yeah.
I don't think I played this game with you when you have not won.
No, I have won every game I've played.
You have. So basically, if you see her at the con, say, do you want to play If you're really good at Power Grid, please play Power Grid with Sunwa so that she don't win, so she can get off her high horse when it comes to Power Grid. But Power Grid is a really great game, and that's your number 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 18 is Ashes, Rise of the Pheonixborn. Did you have this on your list?
No.
You didn't know. I was thinking that you didn't have it.
It was a hard, decision to make.
But it is the right decision because you don't like to play this game. You think it's a good game, but you don't like to play it.
No, I'm the kind of person who don't like it when my people die. So,
But it's kind of strange because it's not like in all games.
no,
It really depends on the game, but this is a
but
really...
this is so like conflicty and so.
But then again, you don't mind so much...
It's not personal, but it is.
You don't mind so much like when you play Mage Wars, for example. Like if I kill your spirit animal there, you don't really mind that much. So it really depends on the game. Like that's for me as well, like with conflict. It really depends on the game, and I can't really explain what games I think it's okay and what games I think it's not okay.
I think the feeling in Ashes, I really like the game. Every time I play it, I feel like I'm putting out a new guy and he gets killed, and I'm getting this new spell and it didn't help at all. So I think that my decisions, it doesn't last. It doesn't give me anything. I don't always feel that I'm one round and behind, and I don't think that's the case actually, but it's my feeling of it. And I don't get that feeling in Mage Wars because you have your units out on the map and they do some moves before they get killed. I think that's some part of it.
So basically, if you don't know what this game is, this whole discussion has been really pointless.
Yeah.
So this game is kind of like a head-to-head two-player. You can play with more, but I wouldn't recommend it. A head-to-head two-player card game, like Magic the Gathering, like those kind of trading card games. Here you have some dice you use for resources. One of the reasons I like it so much is basically because I played Magic for 10-15 years. And I think that's one of the reasons you don't like the game, because I am pretty good at these kind of games. I have it like, I'm not super good, like not national, international level, but I have this kind of thinking about how I should manage the cards, how I should manage the resources.
I don't.
It's under my skin because I've played so many hundred rounds of Magic in tournaments, in casual play, and I think that's one of the reasons like why you didn't like it. And
yeah, I think so too.
And that's sad, but it's a really good game.
I'm a bit of a sore loser, so
sometimes
that
not all the time.
combo is not very fortunate. But we played it with 3.
Yeah.
And I don't see the point in why you should do that.
Horrible.
Play it with 2.
Yeah, it's a 2-player game. It's kind of like Magic. There are kind of formats where you can play it, but when we were young and people play like free for all, I would say like, no, that's not the rules. I want to play 1 versus 1 because I'm a rules lawyer. I like playing by the rules, and that's my number 18, right? My number 18, Ashes Rise of the Pheonixborn, a great kind of trading card game which made me not feel like I missed Magic the Gathering so much anymore.
Yeah, and I really like the different decks and like what you call it, Pheonixborns you can play with. They're really different and gives you a different experience depending on which one you are yourself and which one your opponent has.
Absolutely, so that's 18, Ashes Rise of the Pheonixborn.
Yeah. My number 17 is The Seventh Continent.
Wow!
This is a fairly new game to us, but I already love it. This is so up my alley. This is a co-op, what do you call it?
Exploration, survival. It's basically a kind of a survival horror game. More of a survivor game than horror, but an exploration cooperative game where...
Is this also in the Cthulhu universe, or is it
something
new?
No. It's not like any universe, it's just a world they made. You think that because you can be H.P. Lovecraft in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's just a character in the game.
Okay, that makes sense.
You can also be Frankenstein, but it's not in the Frankenstein world.
Huh?
Yeah, this is a really great game. You want to explain it, or?
No, do it you.
Okay, because you didn't say anything, but I didn't want to jump in. Basically, it's an exploration game. You have these miniatures on a card, and you can move to the next card. You will flip a new card and say like, oh, something new happened. And you can see, oh, there's some bushes there. We're going to check out those bushes. And you draw a card, see what's in the bushes. Oh, it's a bear. Oh, it killed you. You're not dead. You had to start over again. Okay, we move here now. We go here. Oh, it's a dead man. Okay, I'm going to poke a stick in his eye. I did. He exploded. I'm now dead. And then we go back to the beginning again. And we spend like 16 hours trying to explore this island. And then we're going to be like, yeah, we won. You didn't. You die. And then we start over again. And you continue doing this for as many times as you want. And you will never get to the end of these different curses because the game is so hard. And it's really hard to understand how you can get to the end of this mission without actually dying. And that's the game. And it's really good.
Yeah, that was actually spot on. But I like it. Even if we're dying over and over again. And
after playing like 6 hours, I'd be like, oh, we're getting close, you die. And you have to start over. And basically, like, the only negative I have about this game is that there are like 60 billion cards. And you have like, okay, now we need to find card 565. There it is. And we put it up. Now we need 5, 6, 4. It's there. Now we need 2, 4, 5. And you spend so much time finding these cards.
And now we have to... No, we died and we have to reset all of it. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so many cards.
Lots of setup, like a kind of... I still like it being a tactile board game, but it would also work really well as a video game.
Yeah, and it feels really... you get that addictive feeling that you get from a video game.
Yes, you want to just explore one more time, one more
really
place.
Gets to me, yeah.
Absolutely, like, I think this would have ended up on my top 50 if I didn't forget that it existed on the place where I chose my top 50, so... So it could have been on that... she just said something in Norwegian, I don't know why she did that.
I don't know.
That's kind of strange. She said, so how do you translate that?
I don't know.
Like, basically she said not...
that's right.
She said not true, which is kind of translates...
But it doesn't...
But it translates to...
That's right.
That's right. Makes no sense. But that's Norwegian for you. So basically, that's a Norwegian course in here. You get that for free here on Board Gaming Ramblings.
What a service, yeah.
So that is your number 17?
Yeah.
The Seven Continent, an amazing game.
And we need to play it more.
We do, as we will with all games. My number 17 is a heavy Euro game. It's a game where you will sit and be like, oh, I forgot that. I am now screwed. I cannot do anything.
In my mind for this game. You have to give me some more clues.
It's a heavy Euro game, so of course you're not going to be like, oh, I know which one it is. It's the only heavy Euro game we own. This is a game that I just fell in love with when I played it. It's a second edition of a game from a great company called Capstone Games, which makes some amazing games. And this one is actually right behind me somewhere. It is called Lignum.
It was what I was going to say.
It's a game about, it's the driest theme of the driest theme in the world. Like, what are you? Well, you're gonna be a lumberjack and you're gonna cut down trees and you're gonna make them into planks and you're gonna put them in somewhere where you will get them to dry and you will then sell them.
They will be magically turned into points.
No, you will sell them.
Money in this game.
It makes sense. It's thematic. You sell the wood and you get points or money.
And then you win.
You win.
Yeah, or lose.
It's a great game. It's so punishing. It's so hard. It's like, oh, I forgot that. Whoop, I can't do anything. This is an amazing game. It's one of the few games who uses the great and horrible one-way street where you can go as far as you want to, but you can't go back. So I really need that, but I also really need that. And if I don't take that now, then you're gonna go and take it, but I also want that. But if I jump there, I can't go back. So all in all, this one-way street works really well, and then you're going through all these different stages, different actions, trying to cut wood. There's some, in the beginning of each round, you're going to choose where you want to cut. It's kind of a blind bidding thing of different areas, and if more people go to the same one, you might end up in a position where you can't cut enough wood where you wanted to, and it's so hard to plan what you want to do, but it's an amazing, fun game. Lignum.
Yeah. I really like this too. This is a hard one, and it's brain melting, and you feel like when you're stopping for an action, you're always compromising and prioritizing what you need to do and what you want to do and what's most important and what the other players want, and it's really interesting, and you can't get all the things you want, and but it makes it really interesting as well. Really solid game.
It is. That's my number 17, Lignum.
Yeah. My number 16 is Arkham Horror, the card game. It's a living card game, and it's co-op, and it's in the Cthulhu universe. So this is one we played lots of before. Now it's been a long time since we played it, but I really think we should bring it back to the table soon, because there's lots of expansions, and
like all of them, all the expansions.
All of them.
We play basically the base game and one of the standalone expansions, and it's a fun game. It's so you're building your deck, but I think it's positive that in this one you don't actually need to build a deck. You can take the pre-built deck that's there for you, and you draw cards and play them, and you also explore different locations together with your partner, and you're trying to stop whatever. Trying to solve a mission. It's different missions.
And not get crazy and not get killed, and it's really hard. Yeah.
It's a great one. It's like a story-driven cooperative game. We really enjoyed it, but for me, it's a cooperative game, which is it's harder for me to get to the table.
Yeah, I know.
And also because we only played two of us, which I would never play with more than that, and I would never play it with anybody else. So hopefully we can get to play it sometime. But there's so many games, like, which is always the answer. There's too many games.
Yeah, we already talked a little bit about this because it was your number 50. So
It was. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, so go back and check that out if you want more details of what we think about it. But
Absolutely.
I really love it. I think it's a great game.
So that's your number 16?
Yeah.
Arkham Horror, the card game. My number 16 is a heavy Euro game. This is an amazing game.
Oh, I know it. No, okay.
I don't think you know it ever really, but actually it was one of the last heavy Euros from your last list. This is Madeira.
Yeah.
Madeira. It's not Madeira, that's the one. I know it's not. What's your game? This is a game that we spoke in great length of. Not great length, but we spoke quite a bit about it. What's your number?
Oh, my number 29.
29.
Yeah.
So pretty low on the last list, but you can go back to that and check out if you want to hear more about it. So pretty much in the beginning of the last video.
Yeah.
This is a great game, which I love more than you do.
And I'm, of course, wrong, as usual.
You're not wrong, because you have it on your top 50, so that's amazing. It's my number 16, Madeira.
Yeah. My number 15 is Unlock.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a little unsure if I should put any of the escape room games on this. We talked about to put like escape room games as a
whole, but it would be
wrong.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be right because they're so different. But
because then you could also do like Euro game. My number 1 is Euro games.
Yeah, it's a bigger like genre there, but we have an escape room video. Escape room game video that we talked much about all of the escape rooms games, and also much about Unlock. That is both of our favorites.
It's our favorite series, yeah.
So I think that was in the best one, and I really like the escape room games as a whole, but Unlock is a really solid series that I absolutely adore, and I am looking forward to more missions.
Absolutely, like I chose to not have it on the top 50 basically because I feel like it's more of an experience than a game.
Yeah, I know.
It's more of like a once experience, like that. But I do think it's okay that we have it here. Just I didn't think it would be right for my top 50 because that's how I think.
I was a little unsure about it, but I think it deserves its spot here.
Absolutely. So that's your number 15. Unlock the whole series.
Yeah.
My number 15 is another Euro. This is not so heavy as the other one, but it is a Euro. It was released in 2017 in Essen by a really great company called Czech Games Edition. This is Pulsar 2849 by Vladimir Suchy. This was one of the games I was really excited to get from Essen, and this game is a blast. This game is so cool. It's a dice drafting, amazing game where you will draft dice. Of course, it's a dice drafting game, and you will use those dice to do different actions. But you will always feel like there's so many actions you want to take, and you can only take like 3 actions or 2 actions, I don't remember completely, each turn. And there's not many turns, not many rounds, and you will be like, oh, I want to do this and this and this and this and this and this. So you're going to try to do some combos so that you can actually change some things, that you can do this extra thing and get an extra dice and do this extra stuff. And it's a fantastic game with space exploration, point-to-point movement. You have a big tech tree which is different each time. You have end-of-game missions. You have all these different cool things that ends up this being a great medium-weight Euro, which is always so much fun to play.
Yeah. This isn't on my list. I've played it once. Yeah, I know. But I feel like there's a really great game in there. I thought the tech tree was really cool. I think the rules of taking the dice or like the criteria were really new and exciting as well. I really like the idea of it, but I need to play it again because it didn't get to me the first time.
And you only played 2 player, right?
Yeah, we only played 2 player.
I think it's better with more, but I also like it at 2. So you're just wrong, or you just have a different taste, but that's okay.
I was surprised that it would go so high up on your list because I didn't know that you really liked it, but so much. That's really cool.
It's just a plain fun game.
Yeah.
It's just like awesome and fun every time we play it, and you will need to play it again.
I need to.
So that's my number 15, right? 15 is Pulsar 2849.
Yeah. My number 14 is Mythos Tales.
So this is basically your co-op list. You're just starting to come co-op after co-op after co-op.
It's 4 in a row now. Yeah,
it is so high. So when we in the beginning of the video, like was saying, we thought we would have more crossovers, we're wrong. Because you're just doing co-op.
Yeah, and you're not.
I'm not.
No. I was expecting that, but Mythos Tales, it's more like an activity for us.
Yeah.
We do it only the two of us, and it's a story-driven mystery-solving game where
it's basically Sherlock Holmes consulting detective, but with Cthulhu.
Yeah, and I'm saying this once again, but I'm not a huge fan of the Cthulhu universe.
It's like I'm not a huge fan of it, but all my favorite games are based on it. I have like a bed sheet that is a Cthulhu. I have a huge Cthulhu miniatures.
It's pure coincidental that this is...
The game you like is also in Cthulhu. It's not the other way around.
Yeah, absolutely. I like them because of the gameplay, and I like this. In this one, I think it really fits because you have this morbid universe with really freakishly stuff happening, and you need to know, like... we stopped in the middle of a mystery once.
Not in the middle, like in the beginning. Because it's going to be a pretty long one.
And then we couldn't play it for a little while, and I was thinking about the mystery and what was happening, like, really from the way from school and stuff, so I really get immersed into the story, and it's also a game that we just let on the table a little bit, take a break from, and get back to it.
Yeah, it's basically a reading game.
Yeah,
like
it is.
It's sit down to read a story out loud, like you did when you were, your parents maybe did to you when you were a kid. But here you can also choose what you want to do. So it's basically a choose your own adventure game, which is fun. I really enjoyed it as well. It's not in my top 50 at all. I don't think it would be. Yeah, I don't know. It's one I really like as well. But it's one that is hard for me to choose to play when you can play something else.
Yeah.
But I know that you like it this much, so we can get it played sometime.
Yeah, and also you don't need to choose it because I will choose it for you.
And I will have to read.
Yeah.
That's
no,
how
I'm
it
reading
is.
a little bit me as well, but
not too much. Because you like doing all the voices.
Yeah, because
so that's your number 14?
Yeah.
My number 14 is a Euro game. This is not a cooperative game. This is a game that we have always liked, a game that we got pretty early in or career. It doesn't call in my board gaming career. I'm gonna go play board games all the time now. No, basically, I don't remember when we got it. I heard so many good things about it. This game is a kind of have deck building. It has a great card playing mechanic that I really enjoy. Do you know what game it is?
No.
It's Concordia.
Yeah, of course.
This is a great game with different maps, different cards, different cool expansions. We got to play the expansion and almost all the maps that we have now. There's a new expansion coming in Essen, which I'm excited to pick up. This game is super simple to play. You have a hand of cards, you play one of the cards, you do what it says, and then it's the next player's turn, and you will continue doing that, and then you have one card which gets all the cards up in your hand again, and you will continue doing that until the game ends. What's really interesting here is basically that the different cards are also how you score, and play with the most points is the winner, and it's a great game. Did you also have this on your list?
Yeah, this is where I should mention, before you got through the whole game rules, actually, that this is my 28th, so 28. It was the last
in the last video as well, so you can basically go back and see more thoughts on this great game called Concordia.
And obviously, since it's on my top 50, I like it a lot as well.
So that's number 14, Concordia. So your number 13 is?
My number 13.
I'm excited. It's a co-op.
It's not a co-op. It's a heavy Euro.
Whoa!
It's by Vitala Serda in it's Vinhos.
It's Vinhos. That's your number?
Oh, you have your
13.
13.
It's your number 13.
We just said it, but I forgot it already.
So my number 13 is a game by Vitala Serda. It's called Vinhos.
Is it?
So it's the crossover dance.
I don't think it would happen, but yeah.
Crossover.
Yeah.
So both our number 13s are Vinhos. You can explain it if you want.
Yeah, I actually changed the order of this one right before the video because
that's perfect because she just knew that we're gonna get a crossover dance.
Yeah, of course. So that was a little bit funny, but
that's awesome.
This is not an worker placement. Was that what we agreed on?
Yes.
then you have to explain it, because then I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, but you don't need to know what to call it. This is just like an excuse for getting me to explain it.
Totally.
This is a really tight game where you have really few actions to build the best vineyard in the world. You're gonna try to move your dude. You have a dude on a grid with, I think it's a 3x3 grid.
Yeah.
You're gonna move him to do an action, but if there's somebody there, you have to pay them to be able to do it. And also your guy is really lazy, so if you have to move more than one space away from where he is, you have to pay money to move him as well. And you just want to move him to get actions and build the best vineyard and get the best wine, so you can show it to the wine experts and show it off at the wine expo, and you will get points because you are the coolest person who have the coolest wine. And if you have the best vineyard, and if you have the most points for getting vineyards from different places in Portugal, you will win the game, because that's all the game is about, and it's an amazing game.
Yeah, it is. It's so hard to manage your money and spend them in the right places and getting the timing right. And this is hard because you only got 2 actions in a round or something.
Yeah, 2 actions.
It's insanely tight, and I love it, but it's melting your brain.
So that is both our number 12, a great game from Italia, Vinhos.
Yeah. The next one is my number 12, and it's Wildcatters.
Wildcatters is your number 12. That is great. I don't know where it is on my list. It's not a crossover dance.
No.
You were just waiting to see if it was going to be a crossover dance.
I saw you were checking, but this is also heavy. I think it's heavy. But
it is quite heavy. It is from Capstone Games.
Yeah, and it's a game that is best with 4 players.
Yeah.
And it's about oil mining in the world, and the Wildcatters, they're playing some part of it. Please do this. I can't do it. This is horrible.
But it was really good. There's something about something in oil. Basically, this is a game where you use cards to be able to do different actions around the world. You want to try to build oil rigs, to build refineries, to build boats, to be able to transfer the oil. But then I'm going to transfer oil on your boat, and I will pay you, and then I'll put oil into your refineries. And if I do that, you will have to pay me with your shares of your color. Oh, you don't have that. Haha, you have to take a loan. And if you take lots of loans, you're going to lose. And if you're going to end up putting my oil in your refineries, and I will then get your shares when I put them into places, and I will deliver the oil. And if I deliver it to different places in the world, I will try to do an area majority where I will get the most in that majority to get points. And it's so good. And it's so hard. And it's so much interaction. It's like really at the point for us where it's almost too much interaction, but it's so much fun. Wildcatters was for me the game that got me to see that interaction can be fun. This kind of player interaction don't have to be that mean. It doesn't have to be horrible all the time. It can be mean, but it's not like haha you lose. It's more like I'm doing this and you're like whoop, I lost now. But this is a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's on the edge of what I see as too much interaction for me personally, and not. But I think it's we have a good group to play with. We do things that is beneficial for ourselves instead of like, okay, I see that this person has lots of like
try
oil.
To screw with them,
yeah. We are kind of friendly. Care Bears in that way. So I don't get really like butthurt when someone delivers to me and I have to take a loan.
But it feels really bad. Like, now I'm gonna try to win. But yeah, this is a great game. It's one of the best games I have ever played.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So, spoiler alert, it's higher on yours?
It is, absolutely. I forgot that it wasn't my pick. So that is your number 12. Wildcatters.
Yeah.
My number 12 is going to go really quick. It's Power Grid.
Yeah.
We already spoke about that. It was your number.
Oh, my number.
It was your number.
18.
18. So you can just rewind the video if you don't remember what we said about Power Grid. So that is my number 12. And we are at the last couple of picks for this video. And what is your number 11?
Yeah, this is gonna be really interesting because you've already mentioned it. It's Lignum.
It's Lignum.
I really like this game. It's super hard. As we already talked about, it's melting my brain like really, really much in the microwave. Like
in the microwave.
Full power. So yeah.
It's basically putting your head in the microwave and the game ends.
Yeah.
So that's your number 11?
Yeah.
It is going to be a really quick ending of the video. My number 11 is Wildcatters. So we
cool.
just spoke about that. Some really close crossovers here. Many games that we crossed over, even though you had lots of co-op. We crossed over on many of the other games, and those are our top 20 through 11. That means there's only 10 games left.
And they're gonna be amazing.
That means there's only the top 10 games left, and that you're gonna see in 2 weeks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for being here. It's just such a pleasure to do these videos and speak about board games.
Yeah,
I
always
love
fun.
board games, and we love to speak about them, and we love to interact with you. So please comment what do you think about our picks. Which list do you like the most? Obviously, what do you think about the videos? Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't so already, and we will talk to you soon. The next video, the last top 50 video for this year, is coming in 2 weeks. Tune in then and see our favorite board games of all time. I'm Johannes.
This is Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings. That's it, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.